Olá, hoje nós vamos ter uma aula um pouco diferente. Vocês hoje não estão me vendo no quadro, esse quadrinho está lá atrás, no meu cenário aqui. Hoje nós vamos ver aqui, na verdade, é a tela do meu computador. E nós já aprendemos aqui no curso Venda Sem Segredo, aprendemos sobre pitch, aprendemos sobre gatilhos mentais, aprendemos sobre várias técnicas de marketing digital. E hoje a aula vai ser um pitch de vendas com todos esses elementos que vocês já aprenderam aqui no curso Venda Sem Segredo. Vocês vão ver na prática como é aplicar isso para vender alguma coisa na internet. E vocês vão ver isso nada mais, nada menos com um mestre que infelizmente já faleceu, mas que ele vendeu muito o produto com o qual ele fez esse pitch que nós vamos assistir. Então vocês vão gostar bastante, acredito eu, do que nós vamos considerar hoje. Então vamos assistir a um vídeo. Esse vídeo é um pouco extenso, então se você ficar com vontade de ir no banheiro, de beber uma água, dá uma pausezinha no vídeo, vai lá, volta e continua o vídeo. Vai fazendo suas anotações. Enquanto isso eu vou comentando, eu vou pausando em alguns lugares e vou explicando para vocês qual técnica ele está usando naquele momento, o que ele está fazendo ali, tá bom? Então vamos começar aqui com o nosso vídeo da aula de hoje. Quem não conhece, esse aí é o Steve Jobs. E quem ainda não sacou, esse é o lançamento do iPhone.
This is a day I've been looking forward to for 2.5 years.
Logo de cara, ele já começa aqui usando alguns gatilhos mentais. Conseguiu identificar? Por exemplo, nós vemos aqui o gatilho mental da história. Ele começou contando uma história. Depois ele começou falando aqui, estive esperando por 2 anos e meio. Isso é um pouco do gatilho mental da curiosidade. E também da antecipação. Ele está se antecipando ao que ele vai lançar. 3 gatilhos mentais de cara.
Every once in a while, a revolutionary product comes along that changes everything. And Apple has been, well, first of all, one's very fortunate if you get to work on just one of these in your career. Apple's been very fortunate. It's been able to introduce a few of these into the world. In 1984, we introduced the Macintosh. It didn't just change Apple, it changed the whole computer industry.
Então aqui, olha o que ele está fazendo. A Apple, para vocês, que talvez não saibam disso, quando lançou o iPhone, ela já era uma empresa grande. Ela já era reconhecida por ter lançado o Macintosh, que é um computador da Apple que é conhecido hoje como Mac. Caríssimo, por sinal. Mas ela já era uma empresa grande quando quis entrar no ramo do telefone celular. Então, o que ele está fazendo aqui é usando a autoridade que a Apple já tem em tecnologia para dizer, olha, nós somos capazes de revolucionar novamente o mercado, assim como nós já fizemos com os computadores. Então, ele está usando o gatilho da autoridade. Quem conhecia na época os produtos da Apple já sabia que era bom, então já iria começar acreditando e confiando que esse produto novo que a Apple iria lançar também iria ser bom. Então ele está usando fortemente aqui o gatilho da autoridade. Já era uma empresa que tinha autoridade. Continuando.
In 2001, we introduced the first iPod. And it didn't just change the way we all listen to music. It changed the entire music industry. Well, today, we're introducing 3 revolutionary products of this class. The first one is a widescreen iPod with touch controls. The second is a revolutionary mobile phone. And the third is a breakthrough internet communications device. So, 3 things. A widescreen iPod with touch controls.
Isso aí é o gatilho mental da repetição. Ele acabou de falar que ia lançar aquelas 3 coisas lá e ele está repetindo pausadamente para a assistência dele o que ele vai lançar. Gatilho mental da repetição, para que fique bem gravado na mente das pessoas o que ele deseja, né, com o produto.
A revolutionary mobile phone and a breakthrough internet communications device. An iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. An iPod, a phone. Are you getting it? These are not 3 separate devices. This is one device. And we are calling it iPhone. Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone.
Olha a super promessa dele. Hoje a Apple irá reinventar o telefone. Isso aqui é uma super promessa extraordinária. Não é qualquer pessoa, não é qualquer empresa que pode fazer uma super promessa dessa e as pessoas acreditarem, né? Então, irá reinventar o telefone. Isso também pode ser um gatilho mental, que é o gatilho da novidade. Pode ser considerado também.
And here it is. No. Actually, here it is, but we're going to leave it there for now. So, before we get into it, let me talk about a category of things. The most advanced phones are called smartphones, so they say. And they typically combine a phone plus some email capability, plus they say it's the internet, sort of the baby internet, into one device, and they all have these plastic little keyboards on them. And the problem is that they're not so smart and they're not so easy to use. So if you kind of make a Business School 101 graph of the smart axis and the easy to use axis, regular cell phones are kind of right there. They're not so smart and they're not so easy to use. But smartphones are definitely a little smarter, but they actually are harder to use. They're really complicated. Just for the basic stuff, people have a hard time figuring out how to use them. Well, we don't want to do either one of these things.
Isso que ele está fazendo, descrevendo os telefones antigos com aqueles teclados de plástico. E ele, inclusive, botou as marcas lá da época. Ele está atacando o método antigo. E aí falando, reafirmando a promessa, iremos reinventar o telefone. Ele está atacando o método antigo. Olha lá, e vai revolucionar, está batendo nessa tecla. É um gatilho mental isso.
Of research and development, and of course it's an interplay of hardware and software. Now, why do we need a revolutionary user interface? I mean, here's
o gatilho mental de novo, por quê?
Motorola Q,
Por que
BlackBerry,
precisamos?
Palm Treo, Nokia E62,
ele está usando o inimigo em comum, ele colocou os teclados como gatilho mental do inimigo em comum. Isso atrapalha, isso não é inteligente.
Olha lá.
It's
this stuff right here. They all have these keyboards that are there whether you
Misturou
need
dois
them or
gatilhos
not
do
to be
porquê
there.
precisamos
And they all have these
e
control
colocou
buttons
os teclados
that are
como
fixed in
inimigo em
plastic
comum.
and are the same for every application. Well, every application wants a slightly different user interface, a slightly optimized set of buttons just for it. And what happens if you think of a great idea 6 months from now? You can't run around and add a button to these things. They're already shipped. So what do? It doesn't work because the buttons and the controls can't change. They can't change for each application, and they can't change down the road if you think of another great idea you want to add to this product. Well, how do you solve this? It turns out we have solved it. We solved it in computers 20 years ago. We solved it with a bitmap screen that could display anything we want. Put any user
Usando a
interface
autoridade
up.
da Apple novamente. Nós já
And a
resolvemos
pointing
isso com o
device.
computador,
We
com o
solved
Mac.
it with the mouse, right? We solved this problem. So how are we going to take this to a mobile device? Well, what we're going to do is get rid of all these buttons and just make a giant screen. A giant screen. Now, how are we going to communicate this? We don't want to carry around a mouse, right? So what are we going to do? Oh, a stylus, right? We're going to use a stylus. No. No. Who wants a stylus? You have to get them and put them away and you lose them. Yuck. Nobody wants a stylus. So let's not use a stylus. We're going to use the best pointing device in the world. We're going to use a pointing device that we're all born with. We're born with 10 of them. We're going to use our fingers. We're going to touch this with our fingers. And we have invented a new technology called multi-touch, which is phenomenal. It works like magic. You don't need a stylus. It's far more accurate than any touch display that's ever been shipped. It ignores unintended touches. It's super smart. You can do multi-finger gestures on it. And boy, have we patented it. So, we've been very lucky to have brought a few revolutionary user interfaces to the market in our time. First was the mouse. The second was the click wheel. And now we're going to bring multi-touch to the market. And each of these revolutionary user interfaces has made possible a revolutionary product. The Mac, the iPod, and now the iPhone. So, a revolutionary user interface. We're going to build on top of that with software. Now, software on mobile phones is like baby software. It's not so powerful. And today, we're going to show you a software breakthrough. Software that's at least 5 years ahead.
Isso aqui é outra promessa dentro da primeira. A primeira é que a Apple vai reinventar o telefone, aquela que nós vemos lá atrás. Essa aqui é uma segunda promessa. Ele está dizendo que vai mostrar um software, né, que é o que é usado no iPhone, o iOS, que é 5 anos avançado no seu tempo. Então, é uma outra promessa dentro da primeira, né? Veja que, como eu ensinei lá atrás, né, quando eu falei sobre a super promessa, não precisa necessariamente ter uma promessa só, pode ter mais de uma. E essa daí apoia a primeira. É um produto que vai revolucionar o mercado de telefone com um software 5 anos avançado no tempo, ou seja, 5 anos à frente do seu tempo. Então, uma promessa dentro da outra. A partir daqui, vocês vão ver que ele vai ficar passeando pelos 4 P's do marketing que você já aprendeu. Lembra lá quais são os 4 P's? Que é a promessa, né? Que é gerar conexão, gerar confiança. Depois ele vai provar, agora daqui para frente ele vai pegar o iPhone, vai ficar mostrando ali várias coisas que o iPhone fazia já na época. E depois, lá no final, que ele vai preparar para o último P, que é o push, né? Que é o CTA, propriamente dito, né? Que é para a pessoa comprar. Mas ele vai ficar passeando nos 4 P's do marketing que você já aprendeu também. Vamos continuar.
Of what's on any other phone. Now, how do we do this? Well, we start with a strong foundation. iPhone runs OS X. Now, Why would we want to run such a sophisticated operating system on a mobile device? Well, because it's got everything we need. It's got multitasking. It's got the best networking. It already knows how to power manage. We've been doing this on mobile computers for years. It's got awesome security. And to write apps, it's got everything from Cocoa and the graphics, and it's got core animation built in, and it's got the audio and video that OS X is famous for. It's got all the stuff we want, and it's built right in to iPhone. And that has let us create desktop-class applications and networking, right? Not the crippled stuff that you find on most phones. This is real
Como é que ele ataca a
desktop-class
concorrência.
applications. Now, you know, one of the pioneers of our industry, Alan Kay, has had a lot of great quotes throughout the years. And I ran across one of them recently that explains how we look at this, explains why we go about doing things the way we do, because we love software. And here's the quote. People who are really serious about software should make their own hardware. You know? Alan said this 30 years ago. And this is how we feel about it. And so we're bringing breakthrough software to a mobile device for the first time. It's 5 years ahead of anything on any other phone. The second thing we're doing is we're learning from the iPod, syncing with iTunes. You know, we're going to ship our 100 millionth iPod this year, and that's tens of millions of people that know how to sync these devices with their PCs or Mac and sync all of their media right onto their iPod, right? So you just drop your iPod in, and it automatically syncs. You're going to do the same thing with iPhone. It automatically syncs to your PC or Mac right through iTunes. And iTunes is going to sync all your media onto your iPhone, your music, your audiobooks, podcasts, movies, TV shows, music videos, but it also syncs a ton of data. Your contacts, your calendars, and your photos, which you can get on your iPod today, your
Talvez
notes,
você hoje
your
esteja rindo
bookmarks
disso que
from
ele
your
está
web
falando,
browser,
porque isso é
your
comum, isso
email
aí é a
accounts, your
regra
whole
nos
email
celulares
setup,
hoje,
all
seja
that stuff can
Android,
be moved
seja
over to
iOS.
iPhone completely
Mas
automatically.
na época isso era
It's really nice.
revolucionário.
And we do it through iTunes. Again, you go to iTunes and you set it up, just like you'd set up an iPod or an Apple TV. And you set up what you want synced to your iPhone.
Isso foi em
It's
2007,
just
né?
like an iPod. Charge and sync. So sync with iTunes. Third thing I want to talk about a little is design. We've designed something wonderful for your hand. Just wonderful. And this is what it looks like. It's got a 3.5-inch screen on it. It's really big. And
Na época
it's
era
the highest
grande
resolution
essa tela
screen
aí.
we've ever shipped. It's 160 pixels per inch. Highest we've ever shipped. It's gorgeous. And on the front, there's only one button down there. We call it the home button. It takes you home from wherever you are. And that's it. Let's take a look at the side. It's really thin. It's thinner than any smartphone out there at 11.6 millimeters. Thinner than the Q, thinner than the Blackjack, thinner than all of them.
Bate de novo
It's
na
really nice.
concorrência.
And we got some controls on the side. We got a little switch for ring and silent. We've got a volume up and down control. Let's look at the back. On the back, the biggest thing of note is we got a 2-megapixel camera built right in.
Olha, 2 megapixels.
The other side, and we're back on the front. So let's take a look at the top now. We've got a headset jack, 3.5 millimeter. All your iPod headphones fit right in. We've got a little tray for your SIM card. And we've got one switch for sleep and wake. Just push it to go to sleep, push it to wake up. Let's take a look at the bottom. We've got a speaker, we've got a microphone, and we've got our 30-pin iPod connector. So that's the bottom. Now, we've also got some stuff you can't see. We've got 3 really advanced sensors built into this phone. The first one is a proximity sensor. It senses when physical objects get close. So when you bring iPhone up to your ear to take a phone call, it turns off the display and it turns off the touch sensor instantly. Well, why do you want to do that? Well, 1, to save battery, but 2, so you don't get spurious inputs from your face into the touchscreen. Just automatically turns them off. Take it away, boom, it's back on. So it's got a proximity sensor built in. It's got an ambient light
Por que
sensor as well.
precisamos de um sensor de
We sense the
proximidade?
ambient
Logo
lighting
dá
conditions and
o
adjust
quê?
the brightness of the display to match the ambient lighting conditions. Again, better user experience saves power. And the third thing we've got is an accelerometer, so that we can tell when you switch from portrait to landscape. It's pretty cool. I'll show it to you in a minute. So 3 advanced sensors built in. So let's go ahead and turn it on. This is the size of it. It fits beautifully in the palm of your hand. So, an iPod, a phone,
Gatilho da repetição.
and an internet communicator. Let's start with the iPod. You can touch your music. You can just touch your music. It's so cool. You got a widescreen video. You can find your music even faster. Gorgeous album art on this display. Built-in speaker, and why not? Cover flow. First time ever on an iPod. And so rather than talk about this some more, let me show it to you. Alrighty. Now, I've got some special iPhones up here. They've got a little special board in them, and so I can get some digital video out. And I got a little cord here which goes up to these projectors, and so I got some great images, and you get to see what it really looks like. So I've got a camera here so you can see what I'm doing with my finger for a few seconds, and let me go ahead and get that picture within picture up. I'm going to go ahead and just push the sleep wake button, and there we go, right there. And to unlock the phone, I just take my finger and slide it across. All right, you want to see that again? Go to sleep. We wanted something that you couldn't do by accident in your pocket.
É engraçado você ver isso porque hoje isso não é nenhuma novidade, né? Mas na época isso era extraordinário. Viu?
So if I want to get in the iPod, I just go down that lower right-hand corner and push this icon right here, and boom, I'm in the iPod. I want to get home, I push the home button right here, and I'm home. Back in the iPod, I'm back in the iPod. Now here I am, you can see 5 buttons across the bottom, playlists, artists, songs, videos, and more. I'm an artist right now.
Note que ele está gastando bastante tempo, né? Não vou dizer gastar, mas ele está explicando bastante as funcionalidades, os benefícios do produto dele. É exatamente o que a gente estudou, né? Destaque os benefícios do seu produto, o que é novo, o que é revolucionário. É o que ele está fazendo. Mesmo que aquilo ali para nós hoje pareça bobo, na época não era. Então, ó, ele está mostrando uma coisa absolutamente boba hoje, mostrando música no celular, uma capa do disco atrás. Ó.
Now I've got a little button up in the corner right here. You can see in the upper right-hand corner. I can hit that and
aquilo era revolucionário na época. Hoje não, mas ele está destacando benefício atrás de benefício. Olha como é fácil, olha como é simples. Tá vendo que ele está apelando para o gatilho da simplicidade toda hora? Olha, isso é muito simples. Com o dedo eu faço isso, eu faço aquilo. É só ir ajustar, só clicar aqui nesse botão. Isso para quê? Para que as pessoas vejam que qualquer um pode mexer. É uma coisa revolucionária, mas é fácil. Lembra do gatilho do apelo à preguiça? Né? Tudo isso aí está ligado ao que ele está fazendo. Destacando benefícios que são simples e fáceis que qualquer um pode fazer. Se for uma coisa complexa, afasta as pessoas.
Let's play like a Rolling Stone.
Isso também que ele está fazendo é de certa forma um gatilho mental que é o da prova. Ele prometeu uma tela sensível ao toque, que seria revolucionária, e ele está provando ali. Então ninguém tem dúvida de que ele está fazendo aquilo ali ao vivo pela câmera lá. Ó. Então tudo isso é um gatilho mental também, da prova. Eles estão vendo o produto funcionando. Musicão.
It's that simple. Isn't that great? Yeah.
Ah, novamente, é simples, não é?
All right. I could play with this for a long time. Now, again, I've got playlists here. I can go into my playlists. I've got artists. I've got songs. I've got more over here. I've got, albums. I got a
Ele
great
está
album
mostrando
view
que
again
o
that
iPhone
shows all
tem
my album
todas as
artwork right here if I want.
funcionalidades e algumas a mais do
And
que
I've also got
tinha
audiobooks
lá
and
o
compilations and things like that. I've
iPad
also
na
got
época,
videos
né?
here. So I push videos, and I've got a video podcast loaded on, and a music video, and I've got a TV show and a movie, and I'd like to just show you the TV show here. This is an episode from The Office. All videos we look at in landscape.
Now, an NBC presentation.
Hey,
Hey.
who are you faxing so early in the morning?
Oh, kind of hard to explain. I don't have a ton of contact with the Scranton branch, but before I left, I took a box of Dwight's stationery. So from time to time, I send Dwight faxes. From himself. From the future. Dwight, at 8 a.m. today, someone poisons the coffee. Do not drink the coffee. More instructions will follow. Cordially, future Dwight.
We have touch controls on here, of course. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? Let's go, now I want to show you a movie playing. Let's play Pirates of the Caribbean, the second one here. Great movie, by the way. And
the bright side is you're back and made it off.
now this is a widescreen movie, so I just double tap and I can see the whole thing here, or I can fill up the screen, whichever I like.
Not online.
And again, I've got on-screen controls here. Isn't this cool? So we can be watching feature-length movies just like this. Alrighty. So that is the iPod.
Eu falei iPad, né?
Pretty
iPod.
cool, huh? We've just started. So again, touch your music. Just scroll through your songs, scroll through your playlists. It's incredible.
Interessante que o iPhone, de
Widescreen
certa maneira,
video
estava
like you've never seen on
substituindo
a
o
portable
iPod.
device, 160 pixels per inch, gorgeous screen quality, gorgeous album art, and cover flow. It's the best iPod we've ever made. Again, some of the screenshots. It's unbelievable. Here's some album art I just put up so you can see what it looks like. Just no matter what you like, it looks pretty doggone gorgeous. And of course, cover flow
Capa de
and
álbum.
video
Capa de álbum era um
with
benefício. na
on-screen
época.
controls. You know, I was showing this to somebody. I was giving a demo to somebody a little while ago who'd never seen this before inside Apple. And I finished the demo. I said, "What do you think?" They told me this. He said, "You had me at scrolling." So, the iPhone with the most amazing iPod ever, you can now touch your music. So that's the iPod. Now, let's take a look at a revolutionary phone. We want to reinvent the phone.
A
Now,
promessa aí de novo.
what's the killer app? The killer app is making calls. It's amazing. It's amazing how hard it is to make calls on most phones. Most people actually dial them every time. Most people don't have very many numbers in their address book. They use their recents
Está
as their address
atacando de
book.
novo o
Right?
método
How
tradicional,
many of you do that? I bet more than a
colocando
few.
como inimigo em comum.
So we want to let you use contacts like never before. You can sync your iPhone with your PC or Mac and bring down all your contacts right into your phone. So you've got everybody's numbers with you at all times. We have something that's going to revolutionize voicemail today. We call it visual voicemail. Wouldn't it be great if you had 6 voicemails, if you didn't have to listen to 5 of them first before you wanted to listen to the 6th? Wouldn't that be great if you had random access voicemail? Well, we've got it. Just like email, you can go directly to the voicemails that interest you. excellent audio quality. iPhone is a quad band GSM plus Edge phone. We've decided to go with the most popular international standard, which is GSM. We're on that bandwagon, headed on that roadmap, and plan to make 3G phones and all sorts of other amazing things in the future. So quad band GSM plus Edge, and of course we have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 2.0 EDR built in as well. And so this is what it looks like when you get a call. This is what it sounds like. It's one of our ringtones you can pick, of course. So I want to show you 4 things. I want to show you the phone app, photos, got a calendar, and SMS messaging.
Quando você olha assim para uma coisa que foi lançada antigamente, você nota como as empresas apenas copiam umas das outras, né? Hoje isso aí tem em todos os celulares. Praticamente. São itens comuns que ninguém quase liga.
So let's go to our phone first. You see that icon in the lower left-hand corner, the phone? I just push it right here, and boom, I'm in the phone. And I've got 5 buttons across the bottom. Favorites, recents, contacts, keypad, and voicemail. I'm in contacts right now again. How do I move around my contacts? I just scroll through them. And so let's say I want to make a call to Johnny Ive. I can just push here, and I see Johnny Ive's contacts with all his information, his 3 phone numbers, his email, whatever else, his address, whatever else I've got, it's all in one place. And if I want to call Johnny, all I do is push his phone number. I'll call his mobile number right now. And now we are calling Johnny here.
Saiu o gatilho mental da prova novamente. Está provando que também é um telefone
Turn on
que
speakerphone
funciona.
like this if I wanted to.
Hello, Steve.
Hey, Johnny, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Well, it's been 2.5 years, and I can't tell you how thrilled I am to make the first public phone call with iPhone. I remember when we first started working on this, and it's just unbelievable. Whoa, what is this? I've got another call coming in. Johnny, can I put you on hold for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I put Johnny on hold, and hi, Phil.
Hey, Steve, I wanted to be the first call.
Sorry, Phil. As you can see, it's put Johnny on hold, and Phil, I can just touch Johnny and bring Johnny back. Hey, Johnny, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, listen, Phil called. Do you mind if I conference him in?
I guess so.
You can see the button has changed to merge calls right there in the middle, so I just pushed that right here, and now I've created a conference call. Johnny, you there?
I'm here.
Phil, you there?
Oh, still hanging on.
So here we are. And listen, I got to get back to my keynote. So if I want to do that, I just touch this arrow right here, and I'm going to go ahead and take Johnny private here, and put Phil on hold. Johnny, do you have anything to say on the first phone call?
It's not too shabby, is it?
It's not too shabby. You take care, Johnny.
I'll see you later.
And I end this call, and Phil's on hold. I take him off a hold. Phil, thanks very much. I got to get back to the keynote now.
All right, talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All righty.
Gatilho da prova, gente. Gatilho da prova.
Now, I've also got a way to make a list of favorites here for my most often called numbers, so I can just touch it once and dial the number. And I might want to add somebody to favorites. So let's say I want to add Phil Schiller. I just push that plus button in the upper right-hand corner right there, and up pop my favorites. And I can just go to the S's here, and there's Phil. So Phil Schiller right there. And I'll put, let's say I want to put Phil's work number. And it's added Phil right there. You can see the favorites. I can edit favorites by pushing the edit button in the upper left-hand corner. And I can move Phil up if I want to, maybe to the top. And let's say I'm not going to, Tony's changed his number. I got to update this anyway, so I'm going to get rid of that. And I could just remove Tony. Boom. There we go. It's that simple to edit these things. Very, very easy. I've got recents right here, which is all my recent phone calls. if I want to see the ones I've missed, which are in red, I can just go up and touch that button at the top, and boom, those are all the ones I've missed. And those are all the calls that I've placed or have gotten. If I want to dial the phone, if I'm real last century, I can push keypad here, and I can dial a call just with, oops, called 4, sorry, wrong number, 408 996 1010. And it formats the numbers, and if I want to, I can just keep dialing. Let's say it's a European number, and the numbers just keep getting smaller. Real simple. Very simple to dial with a keypad. Now let me show you visual voicemail. This is so cool. This is a collaboration that we've done, which I'll talk more about later, and it allows us to have random access voicemail, go directly to the voicemails we want. So as an example, I come to my voicemail and I say, oh, there's one by Al Gore. I want to hear that one. I just push it.
Hi, Dave, it's Al. Wish I could be there today. I'm here in Nashville training people to give my slideshow. But I wanted to say congratulations on the iPhone. It is unbelievably cool. Good luck with the presentation. Call me later.
Now, if I want to call Al back right now, I can just push that call back button. But I want to listen to one from Tim Cook I've got here, so let me listen to Tim.
Hi, Steve, it's Tim. I've got the results from last quarter. Revenue was, I'll just wait and tell you when I see you in person. Good luck on the keynote. See you there.
Isn't this awesome? And so I've got voicemail, how I want to listen to it, when I want to listen to it, in any order I want to listen
Quando
to
ele
it,
colocou ali
with visual
o
voicemail.
áudio do Al Gore,
So that is
Al Gore
a
é
quick tour
político
of the phone
famoso
app.
nos Estados
Now
Unidos.
what I
Aquilo
want
ali
to do
também é um
is show
gatilho
you
mental da
SMS
autoridade. Olha quem ele
So
conhecia.
I just go to that SMS icon in the upper left-hand
Então,
corner,
ele pegou
and push
emprestado
it,
pouco
and
da
I not
autoridade
only
do Al
have
Gore.
SMS texting, but I have multiple sessions. So I can be carrying on conversations with people, and every time I get a new message from them, I'll be alerted to that, and I can go check it out. So as an example here, I've got Eddie Q, and I've been carrying on a conversation with Eddie, and I just tap this, and here's the conversation I've been carrying on right here, right? And if there's a new message, it'll tell me. So there's a new message from Phil, and let's see, the conversation was what? Hey, Steve,
Era assim que se
hi.
conversava antes
Still
do
on for dinner
WhatsApp,
tonight? Absolutely.
via
Your turn to pick. I
SMS.
picked Sushi Ron. How about 7 o'clock tonight? And I say, I
Aliás,
can just
te
say,
parece parecido com o
sounds
WhatsApp
great. And I've
isso?
got this little keyboard, which is phenomenal. It does error prevention and correction. Not that I won't make some, I probably will. But it's actually really fast to type on. It's faster than all these little plastic keyboards on all these smartphones.
Olha,
So I
isso
can
aí
just say,
também é
"Sounds great."
outra promessa. Ele falou que o teclado lá é muito mais rápido que o teclado de qualquer outro telefone, que seja de plástico,
See you
né?
there.
Então é outra promessa embutida aí também. Uma terceira.
And I can send that.
Teclado mais
There it
rápido
is.
de todos.
Right? It's that simple.
É simples. Novamente, apelando para a simplicidade, para a preguiça.
And when Phil messages me back, I'll be alerted, I'll see the dot, and I can just go pick up that conversation where it left off. If I want to send a message to Eddie or Scott, I just push this and send a message and go. It's so simple. So that's SMS messaging, and again, you've seen the keyboard. It's pretty awesome. We'll come back to that a little bit later. And the third app I want to show you as part of the phone package is Photos. We have a 2-megapixel camera built in, as I said. We also have the coolest photo management app ever. Certainly on a mobile device, but I think maybe ever. And so here's our photos. I'm going to go into our photo library, and this is our library. And again, I can just scroll through photos here with my finger.
Lembre-se que ele está passeando nos
Let me go
4
to,
pages.
photo
Ele
album.
está
I'll
fazendo
pick,
promessas e está
And I just,
provando.
let's start at the top.
Dois primeiros
And to go
pages.
through pictures, I just swipe them. I can just swipe through my photo library. Oh, there's one that's landscape. I can just turn my device.
Dois primeiros
and take a
não,
look
está
at it.
nos 3 primeiros. Ele está
Pretty cool,
fazendo promessa, criando confiança e provando. Os 3 primeiros.
Right? So I can even swipe when I'm in landscape. Here.
Preparando para o último.
Isn't this awesome? The other thing I can do is I can take any of these pictures and I can make them bigger. And so let me go ahead and get the camera back up. Yeah, there it is right there. I can just take my fingers and we call it the pinch. I can bring them closer together or move them further apart to make it bigger or smaller. And so I can just move them further apart and stretch the image. That cool? And move it around. That cool? And now what I can do is I can pick to make this my wallpaper. And of course I could, jigger it around then
O
and just set the
benefício é
wallpaper.
colocar uma foto de
And
papel de
now,
parede. Olha o benefício.
When
Mas
I,
na
I'm
época isso era
back at home and I go to sleep, when I wake up
Eu me
from here
lembro
on
quando eu
out,
aprendi a
so I
trocar o
reset
papel
it.
de
That's
parede
my
do
wallpaper.
Windows, eu já
Whenever
estava
I
me
make a
achando um
call, that's
hacker.
what I'm going to see. Boom. There we go.
Isso foi
So
muito tempo
photos,
atrás. Né?
SMS, and the phone app. That is part of our phone package for iPhone. Get a call. Again, really great call management features.
No
Just
final
scroll
dos
through
blocos, ele
contacts with
sempre
your
faz
finger.
uma recapitulação.
All the
né?
information at your fingertips here.
De tudo que ele apresentou. Isso é o gatilho da
Last century.
repetição.
Visual voicemail, calendar, SMS texting, incredible photo app, the ability to just
É
take
isso que
any
ele quer que
picture
fique
and
gravado para a
make it your
assistência
wallpaper.
dele.
It's pretty unbelievable. And I think when you have a chance to get your hand on it, you'll agree, we have reinvented the phone.
Reforçando a promessa inicial. Nós reinventamos o telefone.
So, now let's take a look at an internet communications device. It's part of iPhone. So what's this all about? Well, we've got some real breakthroughs here. Start off with, we've got rich HTML email on iPhone. The first time, really rich email on a mobile device. And it works with
Isso
any
também é
IMAP
outra
or
super
POP
promessa,
email
que a
service.
internet vai estar
You
no
got
seu
your favorite
bolso.
mail service,
Mais
it'll
uma
likely work with
promessa,
it.
que ele tem
And
um
it's rich text
dispositivo de
email.
acessar a internet
We
revolucionário.
wanted
Cabe
the
no
best
seu
web
bolso.
browser in the world on our phone, not a baby
Ó,
web
melhor
browser,
navegador
or
do
a WAP
mundo.
browser, a real web browser.
Não
We
uma
picked the best one in the
porcaria,
world,
mas o
Safari.
melhor.
And we have
Isso é uma
Safari
outra promessa que ele está
running on
fazendo, ele
iPhone.
vai ter que cumprir.
It is the first fully usable HTML browser.
Lembre-se, se você faz uma promessa no seu marketing, você tem que cumprir, você tem que mostrar, tem que provar. É o que ele está fazendo, ele faz uma promessa e prova, faz uma promessa e prova.
We have Google Maps. Maps, satellite images, directions, and traffic. This is unbelievable. Wait till you see it. We have widgets, starting off with weather and stocks. And this communicates with the internet over Edge and Wi-Fi, and iPhone automatically detects Wi-Fi and switches seamlessly to it. You don't have to manage the network, it just does the right thing. Now, I want to take a second and talk about email. We hook up to almost any IMAP or POP3 mail service. I just want to give you some examples. IMAP, of course, is the best because you can keep your folders and all your email on the server and access it from anywhere. Yahoo Mail is IMAP. Microsoft Exchange has an IMAP option, and obviously .Mac Mail is IMAP as well. POP3, Google Gmail, AOL Mail, and most ISPs are POP3 email. Now I want to take a minute and highlight one, Yahoo Mail. Yahoo Mail is the biggest mail service in the world. They have over 250 million users.
Na época era, né?
Biggest
O
email
maior
service in the
serviço de
world.
e-mail
And
do
today,
mundo era do Yahoo.
we are announcing with Yahoo that they are going to provide free push IMAP email to all iPhone customers. So, this isn't just IMAP email, it is push IMAP email. So when you get a message, it'll push it right out to the phone for you. Same as a BlackBerry. Free IMAP push email from Yahoo. So we think this is a pretty big deal. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to show you Mail, Safari, Google Maps, and widgets running on iPhone. So let's go see. So let's go into Mail. Second icon from the left on the bottom there. I just touch it with my finger, and boom, I'm there. And so I've got an inbox here, and this is, by the way, running live on Yahoo IMAP email. This stuff is coming off a Yahoo server
Note que
somewhere
ele
up in the
fez a
cloud.
promessa que
And,
teria
so I can say,
dispositivo
James
que
Vincent here
acessava
sent me an
realmente a
email.
internet, que estaria
He's
no
a
seu
proud
bolso.
father.
E agora ele está provando isso. Lembra que eu te
And there we
falei?
go.
Faz uma promessa e prova. Faz
And I
uma
just scroll
promessa
it
e
here.
prova.
I've got
Está
inline
provando, ele
photos,
está
rich
acessando o
text
e-mail
email.
na hora no celular.
There we go. Let's look at
E tá,
another
e vai
one. Phil
vai
Schiller.
bater de
She
novo
loved
que
the
é
gift.
fácil, é simples
Again,
fazer isso.
Inline
Os
photos,
benefícios
rich
aí.
text. Pretty nice. Shopping list.
Tudo isso são
Again,
gatilhos
rich text right here.
mentais.
Pretty cool. Directions to Sushi Ron for tonight's dinner. Now, iPhone, of course, parses out phone numbers, and as you can see, there's a phone number in blue. I can just touch it, and boom, I'm going to call this place. Right? I don't really want to call them, so I'm going to end the call here. But you get the idea. And this last one, Ken Bereskin is one of our marketing folks. He just returned from Antarctica. Ken's a great photographer, and he took all these great photos of penguins in Antarctica. It's really cool. Look at this. Isn't this great? Right in your email, right on your phone. And if I want to, by the way, I can look at my email with a split view just like I do on my computer. And so I can select something here and just look at it down here if I want to peruse my messages real fast and just find that one message I was looking for. But I actually like the full screen view. And of course, we have a standard inbox and drafts and sent and, and all sorts of folders you can put things in as well. So it's real email just like you're used to on your computer, right here on your phone. It's extraordinary. And again, free IMAP email from Yahoo. Now, let me go ahead and just create an email message, show you what that's like. So again, when I don't need the keyboard, it's not there. When I do, it's there. I want to send a message to, let's say, Phil. I just type PH, and boom, Phil Schiller, it's address completion, and maybe I'll send one to Scott Forrestal as well. And there's Scott right there. And let's say the subject is dinner. Dinner, and, oops. See you tonight. Boom. And I just sends that email, and we're done. So that is mail. Full desktop class email running on a mobile device. All right, now I want to show you something incredible. I want to show you Safari running on a mobile device. So let's go to the web. And here we are. I'm going to load in, rather than apple.com here, a little more universal site. I'm going to load in the New York Times. It's kind of a slow site because it's got a lot of images, but here we are loading it. We're loading it over Wi-Fi right now. And rather than just give you a WAP version of the New York Times, rather than give you this wrapped version all around, we're showing you the whole New York Times website, and there it is. And guess what I can do? I can just put this into landscape mode, and there it is right there. And I can scroll here if I want. Scroll up and down here. Boom, still loading it in. There we go. Or I can just get back like this. Now, this is really great, and I can see the whole page, but of course I can't read it. It's a little too small. So I can get in with my fingers and pinch it, but we have an optimization here. I can just double tap on anything, and it automatically fills up the screen with it. And I can just scroll around like this and scroll over here, and I can even make this text bigger if I want to. And there it is. And just double tap again to get back to the full page. Isn't this cool? And so I'm just, look at this. There is the New York Times. And again, any article I want, boom. There we go.
O que eu fico bobo é que naquela época eles já tinham um Wi-Fi que às vezes é melhor do que a internet que a gente tem por aqui.
You can look at multiple web pages as well. You can have multiple web pages open. So I just push this button in the lower right-hand corner, shrinks it down, and I could add a new page if I want. And I'll go to Amazon here on my bookmarks. So let's go to Amazon. And I love to go to the DVD section of Amazon and see what DVDs are selling. I like it especially when
tudo isso aí ele está destacando benefícios e facilidades.
And so here's Amazon coming in, even before the whole page
Isso
is
você
loaded.
deve gastar um tempo também quando você estiver fazendo o seu pitch de vendas, seu vídeo de vendas. Destaque benefício na hora certa, né? Lembra lá do vídeo da oferta irresistível que a gente aprendeu? Então você vai destacar esses benefícios na hora certa, quando você tiver que falar da oferta. E aqui ele está falando da oferta. A oferta dele é o iPhone. Então ele está destacando benefício atrás de benefício. Está jogando na sua cara, benefício atrás de benefício.
And these are the top sellers, updated hourly. Oh, look, Al's an inconvenient truth.
Frequentemente ele faz contraste também, né? Que um gatilho mental também, é considerado
Grey's
gatilho
Anatomy,
mental,
I like that. Pirates
contraste.
of the Caribbean,
De vez
fantastic.
em quando ele contrasta
so
com
I've
os
got
aparelhos
this right
atuais
here,
da
and I can go
época.
back to the New York Times if I want. Yeah. Let's zoom up
Então
to that
isso
picture.
também é gatilho
You can all
mental,
see it.
reforça
And again, here,
o produto dele no mercado, o posicionamento
Go
dele
back
no
to this one.
mercado.
I can get rid of them just by hitting the X. And there we go.
Olha como ele
Isn't that
destaca que é
incredible?
simples,
Safari.
fácil, funcional. É isso que ele está imprimindo na cabeça da plateia.
You know, if you've ever used what's called a web browser on a mobile phone, you'll know how incredible this is. I hope you never really know, because it's bad out there today. And this is a revolution of the first order, to really bring the real internet to your phone. Let me show you some about widgets here. Let's go to stocks right now, and we're going to load stock information off the web, and just right onto the phone here. Oh, look, Apple's up.
As ações da Apple aí.
That's great.
Gosta de investir em
I can
ações.
look at different graphs here if I want to, and that's fantastic. Let's look at the percentages here. Oh, good. Good, good. So I've got stocks right here, and I can go look at the weather. Let's see what it's like outside. "49 degrees, but it's supposed to get to 61 today, so that's good. We'll just stay in here till it warms up. Now, I've got Paris right here. I can have as many of these as I want, so it's nighttime in Paris. It's actually warmer in Paris at night than it is here today. Wow.
Não é a mesma unidade de medida de graus que a gente usa aqui no Brasil.
And Hawaii, oh, it's raining.
Pensou 71 graus Celsius? Estaremos todos assados.
Well, anyway, here's 4 places: Hawaii, Aspen, Paris, and San Francisco. And again, the weather widget.
Não sei se é o Fahrenheit ou o Kelvin. Acho que é o Fahrenheit.
With the internet device section here, I want to show you something truly remarkable, which is Google Maps on iPhone. I hit our Maps application here, and it's coming up, and it shows us North America, and I'm going to go to Moscone West. That's where we are right now, and here we are. Boom. That's where we are. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go look for something. I'm going to certainly want a cup of coffee afterwards, so I'm just going to look for Starbucks, right?
Starbucks.
So I'm going to search for Starbucks, and sure enough, there's all the Starbucks. Now, I can get a list of Starbucks here, so I can pick that one if I want, and I can even go look at that Starbucks, and there it is, and let's give them a call.
Prova, gatilho da prova.
Good morning, Starbucks how can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to order 4,000 lattes to go, please. No, just kidding. Wrong number. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay. Now, I can zoom in by just, again, pinching if I want to, or I can just double-click to zoom in, and I get just higher and higher resolution versions of the map. So let's go somewhere else here that I've got bookmarked, and let's go to the Washington Monument. And so here is Washington, D.C., and I could just double tap, and I'm going in a little further here, just double tapping in, and there's the Washington Monument there, and I'll double tap it again.
Na sua cara, benefícios,
but now I want to show you something else.
Lembre disso.
Satellite images. So I just hit this button called Satellite down at the bottom, and it's going to replace the map with satellite images. There we go. And I can just double tap in, and double tap in again. And let's catching up to me here. There we go. And let's double tap in again. This is the Washington Monument. There we go. Look at this. You see people down there. Whoops. There we go. Yep. Isn't that incredible? Right on my phone. It's unbelievable. So let's go. I've got another one, the Eiffel Tower, which is very cool. I set this one to be, look at this. There's the Eiffel Tower. There's people at the Eiffel Tower, you can see. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? And here, just one last one I have to show you, the Colosseum in Rome. So again, here we are in Rome. Yeah, that's as far as we can go with the map, but we can go a little further with the satellite. There's the Colosseum. There's the Roman Colosseum. Satellite imagery right on the phone. Look at that. That's the Colosseum. Unbelievable. Right on our phone. What do you think? Isn't that incredible? So, all these amazing things.
Está caminhando para o final agora, a parte final que ele vai preparar para o CTA, o quarto P do marketing, que é o push. Já apresentou o produto, já destacou benefício atrás de benefício, já usou vários gatilhos mentais durante o pitch dele de vendas. Ó, está fazendo o gatilho mental da recapitulação agora, recapitulando tudo que ele apresentou anteriormente.
Incredible new technology for entering text, far better than we've seen on phones before. A real browser on the phone, we can see real web pages in portrait or landscape.
Recapitulação, gatilho mental da repetição.
Want to take a look at more closely. Google Maps and widgets. It's the internet in your pocket.
A promessa aí, a internet no seu bolso pela primeira vez. Olha que promessa forte.
You can't really think about the internet, of course, without thinking about Google, right? And for Google, what we have on our phone, working with them, is of course Google Search. We have that built right into the browser. Just type what you want, hit Google, and you're off. And Google Maps. We've been working very closely with them to make this all happen. We're thrilled with the results. And it's my pleasure now to introduce Dr. Eric Schmidt, Google's CEO.
Essa parte que ele apresenta o CEO do Google foi cortado. O cara faz um discurso ali, mas esse vídeo que eu peguei para vocês foi cortado. Esse discurso dele é cortado, viu? Fez um cortezinho. Aí só aparece ele entrando e indo embora. Isso ele tá pegando a autoridade do cara, ó. O CEO do Google,
as a board member, you'll get one of the first ones.
Colaborou conosco na criação do iPhone. Então isso é pegar muita autoridade do cara no produto dele. Agora ele vai fazer a mesma coisa com o cara do Yahoo.
And again on the phone, we've got Yahoo Search built right in. You can select which one you want to use. Just type in something, hit that Yahoo button, and boom, you're off. And of course, we also have Yahoo IMAP email services. And so, it is my great pleasure.
Co-fundador e chefe da Yahoo. Olha o cara que colaborou com o iPhone também. Aí, igualzinho o cara do Google, vai ter um cortezinho, que ele faria um discurso. Vai ter um cortezinho, só vai mostrar ele saindo agora.
Thank you.
Olha o gatilho da autoridade batendo forte ali. Pegou emprestado a autoridade dessas duas lendas aí pro produto dele.
You know, it's been great having the two greatest companies on the web right down the block, Google and Yahoo. And we've been able to work with these guys really closely, and it's been an incredible pleasure to work on this great technology and bring it to everybody in iPhone. So thank you guys so much. You've really helped us put the internet in your pocket. So, internet communicator, an iPod, and a phone. Let's put them all together and see what you can do in a real-life scenario. So, let's take a look. I want to listen to some music, so I'm going to go into my iPod here. And let's see, in artists, I want to listen to...
Agora ele vai brincar mais um pouquinho, destacar mais alguns benefícios antes de ir para a reta final.
And so I'm listening to a song of theirs.
Que é o CTA. Tinha bom gosto para música danado.
And let's see what happens when I get a phone call. Music fades out. Screen changes. I got a phone call coming in. So I can ignore it, but I think I'm going to answer it. So I'll answer it. Howdy. Hi, Phil. Now it knows who Phil is because he's in my address book, so it puts his little picture up here and everything up there. And hi, Phil. Listen, I'm kind of busy right now. What can I do for you?
Oh, I was hoping you were done, because there's a photo that you had of Hawaii. I was kind of hoping you could send it to me, and I could use that as my wallpaper.
Okay, hold on just a sec. So I push the home button here, down at the bottom, and I go home right here. And I'm still on the call. You can see the phone thing flashing right there on the lower left. And I go into Photos, and now I'm in Photos. And again, you can see the bar across the top, the green bar. I can just touch that to return to the call. And Phil wants a photo that he wanted to use it for his screensaver. It was one of the ones that was taken in Hawaii. I think it was this one. Yep, there it is. So you want me to mail this to you, Phil?
Oh, that'd be great.
All right, so I just go down here and push this button. And rather than use it as wallpaper, I'm going to email it. And so watch what happens now. It shrinks it a little bit, and then a compose window will come up right behind it. There we go. And I will just tap in the to field and send this to Phil here. Phil Schiller, there we go. And the email's there. Yep, it's there. And I'm just going to send it. Hey, Phil, that should be on its way right now.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Anything else?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping if you're done soon that we could not only get some dinner, but maybe catch a movie tonight. Is there anything you want to see?
Let me go check it out. I think I've got Fandango in my bookmarks here. And yes, I do. Let's go to Fandango. Figure out what
Isso aí ele está fazendo não só para destacar benefícios, mas como eu já disse para vocês, para mostrar a facilidade com que você consegue fazer aquilo ali. Como o método dele, como o produto dele é fácil de interagir, de mexer, qualquer uma pessoa pode fazer aquilo ali. Ele está batendo forte nisso, porque o gatilho da simplicidade
to go back to my call, I just touch the top here, and I'm back at my call, and I'm just going to go ahead and end the call. And what happens now? Back in my music. So, this is what it's like when you put it all together. iPhone. Today, Apple is reinventing the phone.
Promessa de
now,
novo.
how does this stack
Ele
up?
provou.
Let's go back to these guys. Let's take a look. Well, these are their
batendo de novo nos concorrentes. Batendo forte.
Again, as you recall, this is
fazendo contraste. Isso também pode ser considerado gatilho mental.
This is what their contacts look like. This is what iPhone's contacts look like. And again, you just pick one and you see everything about that person, all the information you have. This is what mail looks like on these smartphones.
Está fazendo o gatilho da comparação também. Está comparando como é no produto dele, como é nos produtos existentes.
This is what calendars look like on these guys. This is what calendars look like on iPhone. This is what the web looks like. And we tried to make it look as good as we could on these. It usually looks worse, and this is what you get. And of course, this is what you get on iPhone, and you can zoom in and see anything you want. And this is what you get for music players. Nobody really uses them much. And this is what you get on iPhone. So, after today, I don't think anyone's going to look at these phones quite the same way again. Now let me tell you about some accessories we've got for iPhone. Got some great stereo headphones we're going to be shipping. And they've got a little addition to them, which is this little thing right over here. It's a microphone and a switch. So you can
Se você
talk,
for comparar, isso aí é como se fosse bônus do seu produto hoje. Olha que vem junto com o meu produto principal, né? Vem isso aqui. Então, o que ele está fazendo agora é apresentando os bônus que vem junto com o produto dele. Um fone de ouvido top.
Headset that we're going to be shipping. And there it is right there. It's incredibly small. And just to let you see what it looks like, it's got one button on the top for answering and hanging up a phone call. You never have to turn it off or on. It just goes to sleep. It automatically pairs with iPhone, so you don't have to worry about pairing. It's really simple. And it's very tiny. This is what it looks like in ear. It's just beautiful. It's the coolest one that we've ever seen. So, Bluetooth headset coming as well. Battery life. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of these phones, a lot of these smartphones have pretty low battery lives. We've managed to get 5 hours of battery.
Oh,
5
horas de bateria.
Or video or browsing.
Isso aí não é
5
nada
hours
hoje.
of battery life. And 16 hours of audio playback.
16
So
horas
that's
tocando música.
dramatically better than any of these smartphones. There's a tremendous amount of high
Eu
technology
diria que essa é uma das
in
poucas
iPhone.
promessas que
We've been pushing
o
the state
produto
of the
dele,
art
uma das poucas,
in
talvez a
every
única promessa que
facet
o produto
of
dele
this
não cumpre
design.
muito bem, a bateria.
So,
Sempre
let me
teve a
just talk
fama
a
de
little bit
consumir
about it
muita
here.
bateria.
We've got the multi-touch screen, a first. Miniaturization, more than we've ever done before. A lot of custom silicon. Tremendous power management. OS X inside a mobile device.
Gatilho da
Featherweight precision
repetição.
enclosures.
Está recapitulando
3
tudo.
advanced sensors. Desktop class applications. And of course, the widescreen video
Note que
iPod.
nesse momento a assistência já está
We've been innovating like
entorpecida, já
crazy
nem está
for the last few
pensando
years
mais,
on
só
this.
está esperando ele
And
falar,
we
me
filed
dá,
for
qual o
over
preço que vai ser
200
isso aí?
patents for all the inventions in iPhone. And we intend to protect them. So,
Já criou tanta conexão,
high
já
technology.
deu tanto
I
benefício,
think we're advancing the state of
Já
the art in every
provou.
aspect of this design.
que não tem o
So,
que fazer mais.
iPhone is like having your life in your pocket. It's the ultimate digital
Aliás,
device.
tem, né? Que é o CTA, é o
So what
push,
should we price
é
it
o quarto
at?
P do marketing.
Well, what do these things normally cost? An iPod, the most popular iPod,
Ah, agora ele está
$199
ancorando.
for 4 gig
Ele
nano.
está fazendo uma ancoragem de preço.
What's a
Isso aí é uma
smartphone cost?
técnica de
Well,
marketing.
they say you get the
Ele,
phone
ele
and
vai
some of the
explicar
internet
quanto
with it,
custa cada um desses
although
produtos.
that's questionable.
Um iPod,
But they cost somewhere between
telefone
around
celular da
$299. You can get them
época.
for $199. Palm just introduced a new one at $399 yesterday.
Ah.
So generally average about $299.
ele vai fazer
with
as
a 2-year
pessoas
contract.
pensarem que
Now,
custaria
these
muito
phones
mais
sort
caro
of do music, but nobody
do que
uses
o
them
que ele
for
vai
music
falar
because
no
they're not
final.
very good, and so they end up buying an iPod to go with the phone. We know we sell the iPod. And so people spend $499 on this combination. What should we charge for iPhone? Because iPhone's got a lot more than this stuff, right? It's got video, real video. It's got this beautiful, gorgeous wide screen. It's got multi-touch user interface. It's got Wi-Fi. It's got
Olha
a
tudo
real
que tem no meu
browser.
produto.
It's got HTML email.
Então,
It's
de
got
certa
cover
forma, ele está
flow,
dizendo, eu
and
poderia
on and on
cobrar
and on. This stuff would
muito
normally
bem,
cost hundreds of
vamos
dollars.
dizer, $1.000
So
na
how much
época,
more
né?
than $499 should we price iPhone? Well, we thought long and hard about it because iPhone just does so much stuff. So much
tá
better
ancorando.
experience on a call and managing your contacts and visual voicemail, random access voicemail for the first time, and texting and email and real browser and Google Maps and tremendous iPod and cover flow and video. And what should we price this thing at? Well, for 4 gigabyte model, we're going to price it at that same $499. No premium whatsoever.
Olha aí.
$499.
Olha como sou com uma boa notícia. Poderíamos cobrar muito mais
We're
caro.
going to
Vamos
have an 8
cobrar
gigabyte model
mesmo.
for just $599.
499 ou
So we're
599
going to price it starting at
pelo que tem mais memória.
$499. Now, when's it going to be available? We're going to be shipping these in June. Yeah, June. We're announcing it today because with products like this, we got to go and get FCC approval, which takes a few months. And we thought it'd be better if we introduce this rather than ask the FCC to introduce it for us. So here we are, and we're going to be shipping it in June in the US. We're going to Europe, hopefully by the 4th calendar quarter of this year, and Asia in 2008. So June, in just a few months, we'll be shipping in the US. And when we do, our partner is going to be Singular. We've chosen Singular. They are the best and most popular network in the country. 58 million subscribers. They are number one. And they're going to be our exclusive partner in the US. Now, it's a unique partnership, though. We're not just going to be selling phones and services together. We're going to be doing innovation together. We worked with Singular on visual voicemail because it's an innovation that requires both innovation on the phone and in the network. You can't do it in just one place. You have to do it in both places and collaborate. And so visual voicemail is the first fruit of this collaboration, and you will see more. And when we start shipping in June, we'll be selling iPhone through our own stores and through Singular stores. And it's my pleasure to introduce the CEO of Singular, Stan Sigman.
Mais uma vez, gatilho da autoridade, com essa empresa aí que foi parceira da Apple na época do lançamento.
Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Stan.
Um cortezinho no vídeo, depois do discurso dele.
You know, as Stan said, we started working together about 2 years ago, and we come from pretty different worlds. The telecommunications industry, the computer industry, and of course music with the iPod. And yet we have worked wonderfully together, and we love these guys, and we think we're going to bring some great stuff to market over the years together. So, let's take a look at this market and how big it is. My clicker's not working. Oh, there it is. Maybe it is working. So how big is this market? Well, let's take a look. No. All righty. Clicker is not working. All right. They're scrambling backstage right now.
Não funcionou
You
lá
know,
o
when I was in high
botão
school,
dele.
Steve Wozniak and I, mostly Steve, made this little device called a TV jammer. And it was this little oscillator that would put out frequencies that would screw up the TV. And Woz would have it in his pocket, and we'd go into like a dorm at Berkeley where he was going to school.
Veja
and
que
a
ele
bunch of
começou
folks would be
logo
watching, like, Star
a
Trek,
entreter a
and he'd
assistência com
screw up
outra
the
coisa,
TV, and somebody would
contando
go up
uma
to fix it.
história.
And just as they had their foot off the ground, he'd turn it back on. And if they put their foot back on the ground, he'd screw up the TV again. And within 5 minutes, he'd have somebody like this for the rest of the Star Trek episode. Okay, so maybe it's working now. Maybe they're going to have to click them for me. So, game consoles. 26 million game consoles were sold in 2006 worldwide. Actually, a little smaller than you'd think. It's not such a big market. Digital cameras dwarfed it at 94 million. MP3 players, 135 million. And PCs, about 209.
Olha porque ele queria entrar
Mobile
nesse
phones,
mercado desses telefones
just
celulares.
about a
Olha quão
last
grande
year
era o mercado.
worldwide.
Eles
So
queriam
what
uma
does this
fatia,
tell
né?
you? What this tells you is that 1% market share equals 10 million units. This is a giant
Mercado
market.
gigante.
If you just 1% market share, you're going to sell 10 million phones. And this is exactly what we're going to try to do in 2008, our first full year in the market, is grab 1% market share and go from there. So we're going to enter a very competitive market, a lot of players. We think we're going to have the best product in the world, and we're going to go for it and see if we can get 1% market share, 10 million units in 2008, and go from there. So, today, we've added to the Mac and the iPod, we've added Apple TV, and now iPhone. And you know, the Mac is the only one that you really think of as a computer, right? And so we thought about this and we thought, you know, maybe our name should reflect this a little bit more than it does. So we're announcing today, we're dropping the computer from our name, and from this day forward, we're going to be known as Apple Incorporated to reflect the product mix that we have today. You know, I didn't sleep a wink last night. And I was so excited about today because we've been so lucky at Apple. We've had some real revolutionary products. The Mac in 1984 is an experience that those of us that were there will never forget. And I don't think the world will forget it either. The iPod in 2001 changed everything about music. And we're going to do it again with the iPhone in 2007. We're very excited about this. And you know, there's an old Wayne Gretzky quote that I love. I skate to where the puck is going to be, not where it has been. And we've always tried to do that at Apple. since the very, very beginning. And we always will.
Então, hoje vocês viram aí o vídeo de lançamento do iPhone. E eu quis mostrar esse vídeo para vocês basicamente porque ele demonstra de uma maneira bem clara, ele é a prova de que tudo aquilo que eu ensinei para vocês é funcional. Aí está o Steve Jobs, que não me deixa mentir. Ele usou diversos gatilhos mentais, ele passeou pelos 4 P's do marketing, ele fez ancoragem de preço, que eu ainda vou ensinar a vocês. Né? Então ele fez várias coisas na sua apresentação, no seu vídeo de vendas, por assim dizer. Na época isso não era chamado de vídeo de venda, era chamado de pitch de vendas, né? Mas ele fez tudo aquilo que eu já ensinei a vocês. Ah, mas significa que ele fazia isso em 2007 já está ultrapassado? Não. É exatamente isso que é praticado no mercado hoje, só que de maneira digital. A pessoa faz um vídeo de vendas, a pessoa te convida para um evento e ela vai jogando na sua cara os benefícios, vai falando, vai usando diversos gatilhos mentais até te conduzir ao momento de compra. Assim como o Steve Jobs fez aqui em pouco mais de 1 hora. Qual que era a Big Idea, que eu já ensinei para vocês, do iPhone? A Big Idea era que o iPhone era um produto revolucionário, era inovador, era um produto novo, tecnológico. E então, em cima disso, ele construiu as promessas, né? Que nós vamos revolucionar o mercado de telefone, vamos ter um software que é 5 anos avançado no tempo, vamos ter um navegador que vai ser a internet no seu bolso. Então ele construiu as promessas em cima da Big Idea, que era inovador, que era uma novidade, que era revolucionário, que era tecnológico. Então tudo isso que eu já ensinei a vocês. Além de que ele também passeou pelo que a gente aprendeu lá dos estágios da consciência. O público estava inconsciente quanto a esse telefone revolucionário, não sabia de nada dele. Depois ele mostrou o problema, ficou consciente do problema. Olha o problema dos telefones de hoje. Eles são difíceis de usar, são ruins de acessar a internet, não tem nada de smartphone, não tem nada de inteligentes. Então a pessoa ficou consciente do problema. Depois consciente da solução, quando ele apresentou, esse aqui é o meu produto, tal, ele pode resolver tudo isso aí que os produtos antigos têm. Aí ele apresentou, né, a solução. Depois na parte do produto, né, consciente do produto, ele destacou milhares de benefícios do iPhone sobre os concorrentes. E por fim, quando a pessoa ficou super consciente de todo o pacote que o iPhone oferecia, inclusive o bônus, que era lá o fone, que era aquele outro fone sem fio, por Bluetooth e tal, então a pessoa já estava pronta para comprar. Então por isso que a Apple tem uma legião de fãs. Ele cumpriu exatamente as etapas ali necessárias e os diversos gatilhos mentais contribuíram para que ele fizesse um pitch de vendas que foi milionário. Vendeu iPhone igual água no deserto. Então, para você ver que tudo que eu te ensinei até agora no curso e ainda outras coisas que eu vou te ensinar são totalmente funcionais. Né? E você só conseguiu enxergar isso porque você já assistiu às aulas anteriores. Se você não tivesse assistido, para você esse vídeo do Steve Jobs lançando o iPhone seria só um cara de calça jeans e uma blusa estranha apresentando o iPhone. Nada mais do que isso. Mas como você estudou as aulas anteriores, você viu que ele estava usando técnicas de marketing, técnicas de venda, que é exatamente o que eu te prometo no curso Venda Sem Segredo. Então, estou te ensinando os segredos para você aprender a vender o seu produto pela internet. Tá bom? Então, essa foi a aula de hoje. Eu não quero me estender muito, porque já estamos aí com cerca de 1h20 de aula. Vou parar por aqui. Então, a gente se vê aí numa próxima aula. Tá bom? Até mais.